What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Legends video on Dragon Ball Central. Today, we're going to be going over the results from Day 4 of the Dragon Ball Legends Battle Royale. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys, so the first match of the day was not a very difficult one. Very similar to the God team that we found yesterday, and I really didn't have any problems whatsoever with it. You know, people seem to be really good with God Vegeta, or just not really understanding exactly how to take full advantage of his ability, and in this case, we saw the latter of the two. So basically, I was able to take out Super Saiyan 3 Goku Purple very quickly. It was not an issue whatsoever. He's not tanky at all, and you're able to deal a lot of damage to him very quickly. On top of that, I did a lot of damage to Broly right off the bat, and it was just something that sort of steamrolled from then on. Again, sort of snowballed, and we didn't really see much opposition there. We were then able to take out Broly, and then finally take out Vegeta to end off the match, and it just, again, you know, it was sort of a snowball effect where I did take out Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I did a ridiculous amount of damage to him, and then I was able to take him out ultimately, and it just went from there. We were able to take home the W. Now, the second matchup of the day was against someone with 12,000 BRP, so we knew that it was someone competent, but not necessarily with the most synergistic of teams. It was going to be a very odd team no matter what he chose. You know, two of the three members being Super Broly and Gogeta, so you kind of expected a third to be Bardock, but in this case, it was a final form Cooler, and I thought that was pretty interesting. But I want to put this guy on blast right now. Zach with 3 O's, Zacho. I don't know how to pronounce your name properly, but I will put you on blast right now, because what you're seeing right now is what came before the eventual disconnect at the last possible second of the match. I beat this guy by outplaying him left to right, start to finish, and then eventually he just disconnected on me, and you're going to see that very shortly. I was pretty upset, to say the absolute least, because I earned the victory there, and as you're seeing right now, it didn't exactly end up that way. I had some choice words for him, so yeah, you know, I was a little bit disappointed after that matchup, because it was ended because of a lost connection. So the battle was a draw, even though I had won the match, and it just hadn't gotten to the win screen yet. He literally disconnected at the last possible time, so I was very disappointed after that, but I wasn't gonna let that get to me, and we headed on into the second match, but really the third match of the day. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking joking right now? Bandai, are you kidding me right now? So this was a Regen team, and as you guys know, it's hit or miss with me as far as Regen teams are concerned. Evil Boo is extremely powerful, absolute monster of a character, does so much damage, but he is a glass cannon, which means if you can get him into a Rising Rush or into a high damage combo that's crit buffed or otherwise just very powerful, then it's going to be really difficult for your opponent to actually respond properly, especially if it was a cover change for some reason, and that's exactly what happened this time around. We were able to get Piccolo into a combo, and then he, for some reason, switched Piccolo out into Evil Boo, even though Evil Boo is probably the one way he was able to actually even out a 2v3. I really doubt he was going to come back with Piccolo and Zamasu. He did a solid job with Zamasu, but with that said, it just wasn't enough. We were able to switch him into a nice little sort of combo, and then did a lot of damage to Zamasu. He only had Zamasu left. We had 3 characters left. That basically was it. The rotation had totally deleted the rest of his team and deleted all his HP off of Zamasu, and that was going to be the end of the match. So the dude definitely put up a fight, but once he lost Evil Boo, it was kind of out of his wheelhouse. He had to go for the sort of draw with the neutral finishing out, you know, with the timer going to 0, and that was not going to happen with how much damage my team can put out. So going on into the third and final match, or the fourth and final match of the day, technically, we had a Trinity team with the same BRP that we have, 13,500. Could have been undefeated at that point, could have been the same record that I had of 10-1. So definitely at that point a very tough matchup based on the skill of the player, but not necessarily from the team. I go very well up against Trinity teams. If you guys don't know already, and maybe you don't play Trinity teams, so you don't know how bad of a matchup it is against Lineage of Evil, but LOE teams get the job done against Trinity more often than not, especially because you get that chilled buff kicking in, and it is a ridiculous opposition for your opponents to deal with. There's no way for a Trinity team to really properly deal with Chilled. You basically just, as an LOE team, you switch in Chilled to just soak up the damage, and once he goes down, he's down. You know, he's dealt out a ton of damage already. Maybe you've taken out an even 1-for-1 character, which in this case is exactly what happened, except it wasn't even really a 1-for-1. I mean, he did take out Chilled ultimately, but we basically had the advantage significantly based on HP, and we were able to then get that Chilled buff against Super Saiyans, which is just so overpowered. So our final match of the day was just kind of an absolute steamroll. It wasn't even a snowball effect. It was just once Chilled went down, I could go absolutely ham with literally no repercussions. Even a Rising Rush wouldn't have been enough at that point to deal enough damage to take out either Final Form Cooler or Final Form Frieza, and that was pretty much it. We went 11-1 to end out the day. So yeah, guys, definitely some really fun matches. I thoroughly enjoy matches against Trinity because, again, more often than not, they go very significantly in our favor, and there's not a lot our opponents can really do to stop it. So definitely were some fun matches. With that said, I'd imagine things are going to heat up tomorrow going into our 13th through 15th match, and then possibly for the final day, 15th through 18th, or 16th through 18th rather. Should be a fun time though. I can't wait to bring you guys the final few days of this event. Again, let me know down in the comments, how are you doing today, because I know that you guys are going through matches 13, 14, and 15 today, most likely. By the way, we're going to go into a retrospective after this, and I'm going to go over what we probably should have done to be, you know, most likely going to make it to the finals there, but you know, we'll go over that in the future. With that said, how are you guys doing in the tournament? How far have you gotten without being defeated? Or is anybody undefeated 15-0 right now? Because I know we had a few 12-0s yesterday that were super hyped about being 12-0, saying, you know, we got this, we're going to Vegas, baby, let's go. You know, and I really want to see if you guys are still undefeated going into this next day. It would be super dope to see that, you know. And again, would be awesome to have a, you know, member of the Coop going to Vegas to play in the tournament in the finals. That would be just so cool. But yeah, guys, that definitely is really what I want to know from you. So just go ahead down to the comments. Let me know what your record is right now. Otherwise, we're just knocking out these dailies, and they're really not going very well. Again, we are on a huge dry streak. The last sparking we got was from the Master Pack 2 banner. We did pull a Super Saiyan Bardock, I think a little over a week ago. Maybe it's been about 2 weeks, actually. It's been a while. I've made a lot of videos since then, so I don't know how long it's been exactly, but it's been a while. Hopefully we can pull something decent with this last summon, but it's not really looking good. It's really not, guys. It's really not. I'm gonna say no. It's gonna be a Hero Krillin. So basically the GOAT. You know, we got the best of all time. That's fine. You know, I'll end off the summons on that note. But that's gonna be it for this one. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, let me know what you think of today's video, and let me know if you have any ideas for future videos you'd like to see on the channel in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace.